Hi, everybody. My name is Ruediger Kuemmerle. We're here with Chris Gordon from Hellblazer, and it's such an honor and such a pleasure to talk to you all, talk about our great new movie, Ultimate Justice, and as well touch base with Chris on whatever you might be interested in.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, listeners and viewers, wherever you are in the world right now. This is Hellblazer Biz with your one and only host, me, Chris Gordon, bringing to you always the interviews and chats with stars of TV, film, theatre, games, whatever. Thank you all for tuning in. I truly appreciate it as always. This week I bring you no less of a guest. This is a movie producer who's just produced his first film called Ultimate Justice, which is a martial arts film. Now, this gentleman has got a huge interest in the martial arts and has lived in China for the past 14 years, and he's actually been on screen and done a fight with Jet Li. So without further ado, I introduce to you the enigmatic Ruediger W. Kuemmerle. So, hello again, Ruediger. How are you?
Hi, Chris. I'm very well, thank you, sir. And again, it's a pleasure, it's an honor to talk to you. I love Hellblazer, and as I said, it's excellent. Finally, meet you almost in person. Yeah, even it's via Skype. But I have to tell you, hey, you look great on camera.
Oh, thank you very much. That bodes well for the fact I've got a TV pitch for my show.
Okay, hey, I can confirm. You look excellent. You look amazing. Sounds very good. Go ahead.
Oh, thank you. And I appreciate that fact you are taking your time to do this. I know how busy your schedule is, and you're jet setting all over the world for the release of your film, and to push those out. And working with PPMG, isn't it? You're working with at the moment to get that Nikki Puter. Yeah,
exactly.
Nikki.
From PMG.
Yep. And so we shall crack on. I've got some questions for you here, and hopefully I shall prize some information from you.
Whatever I can tell you. Go ahead.
Okay, great.
Fire away.
I've actually watched. I got stuck on the train. I must admit. I will firstly start. I've watched 3/4 of Ultimate Justice. Because I got stuck on the train for 6 hours yesterday, and then 3 hours it took me to get to work this morning from North London to South London. So I do apologise. I've watched most of it, and I'm pretty much enjoying it, to be fair. So it's a good film.
Thank you for saying that. Great.
So yeah, I don't mean that I might rush you, because I'll be wanting to finish the film after this.
I hope so. No, it's if you say you watched 3/4 of the film, let me tell you, there's some stuff coming up the last quarter, which of course I'm not going to spoil to you now. But if you enjoyed so far, I think you will love the end, and trust me, you're in for it.
Brilliant. It might be halfway through actually, because I think where I am at the moment they've just got the team back together without, that's not spoiling it for anyone. So that's kind of where I am. I think it's about halfway through. I think about 45 minutes to go. So cool.
Yeah. Then I can promise you some more kick-ass action. Yeah? Some unbelievable action from the team, and some surprises there. Some very bad obstacles they have to overcome. But I said, hey, I'm not gonna take it away from you.
Okay, great. No, I don't do spoilers. That's great. Brilliant. So the first question I've actually talked with many actors. I'm over 100 now. Actors and directors, stunt coordinators. You're the first producer I have had the honour to talk to, which is great for me. And you are a first. Can you describe to me what your role as a producer is? For someone like me, who I have an inkling, but so how would you describe yourself as a producer? What kind of things would you involve yourself in with the film?
Look, let's say the producer basically, to break it down into two parts, you have the business side of the movie, you have the actual manufacturing side of the movie, which means you need to put the crew together. Of course, you need to find a good script. Most important, you need to find the money for it. But I'll tell you something about it later. On the other hand, you have the director who is responsible for the creative side of it. And he's the one telling the story, and he's the one bringing everything to life. As a producer, let's say I'm a little bit different in a way because, and most people might be shocked, and I finance everything myself.
Okay.
Which, especially in the genre, in the martial arts action genre, it's not very common, or let's say even in the whole industry, it's not very common.
Yeah.
However, the thing is that when the first idea for Ultimate Justice came up, and when we first started drafting the script, I felt the passion, and I said it's such a great story, and I didn't want to waste time, and so, frankly speaking, and that's me, okay? Sometimes it's a good thing, sometimes it's not a good thing. If I like something, if I'm ambitious, if I'm passionate about something, I'm the one who running right in and diving right in, and I didn't want to lose time for trying to find the fundings, and obviously, because of my other businesses, I was in the unique situation I could fund it myself, and let me tell you, it's never easy. It's never easy. But on the other hand, it was worthwhile, every penny, and I give so much respect to everybody who was involved with all their heart, with all their passion, all their talent. Amazing journey. So as I said, as a producer, you are the one starting the engine and giving the go.
Excellent, excellent. That's a fantastic answer. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And it's good to see that you've got that passion as well, because the people who I talk to, it's a commonality through every interview I've done. It's the passion behind it, and that's what drives people. So to have it to be visible from the very top, from your own, as a producer yourself, I can see how that passion could actually then push down to through the director, who's going to be enthused and passionate about what he's doing because he knows he's got the support, and then obviously the cast will then obviously also feel, well, they'll be passionate about their roles and their jobs anyway, but it sounds like it's a huge production where everybody is passionate from the top to the bottom, because I could imagine in some of these conglomerate production companies who are, out in the States, I say there's might be, you might not have the passion. It's very much more of dare I say, paperwork and pen pushing at the top, and from those big ones, because they are detached from it in a way that a film like this one with yourself, you can get yourself far more involved in and push what you want to see as well, and shape everything, if that's correct.
Yeah, and that is, look, the thing was Ultimate Justice, and that was important to me as well, because I finance everything myself. I exactly what you described. I had the liberty choosing every single team member by myself. I had the liberty of decide where the production is about to go. I had the liberty to, okay, we need a couple of more shooting days. Guys, go ahead, okay? We need another location. Let's do it. So, and then in the post-production process, it's the same thing, I mean, like, I was to decide about the music and the grading.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, to be honest, one very, very important part is who is going to help you in sales and distribution. Who is going to represent your movie?
Yeah.
And at this point, please allow me the liberty for a commercial break for Vision, who is my sales agent. Look, Lise Romanoff and Adam Wright from Vision Films here in LA. I met them at the AFM last year, and right from the very moment, I was like, yes, these are the right people, They understood what we went through. They understood what we are doing. They are uniquely professional, okay, in a way. They're very open. They did not sugarcoat anything. They just said, look, this is the movie you have. We're not going to do any promises to you, okay? We can provide some projections. We can tell you the chances. We can tell you which are the markets that right now are important for movies like what you did.
Yeah.
And again, at this point, thanks to the great work of Vision, really great people. I was so blessed and so happy that they took on Ultimate Justice.
Excellent. So what kind of made, I mean, you're an actor as well, so what were the decision points? I'm trying to think of the right word. And what was the decision points for you to go into producing yourself? What made you think of that? Obviously, because you say you are an actor, that you've got that kind of thing, but then producing, you've mentioned you've got other businesses. Is it because of the business background that you've got? It was a.
Look, I don't know how much time we have, but let me give you the story as it was. I mean, I was obviously always interested in movies, especially martial art movies, and yes, I had the pleasure. I was fighting Jet Li in Fearless. I had a beautiful experience with Michelle Yeoh in Silverhawk, obviously based in China. You meet these people.
Yeah.
And then some years back, I was introduced by a common friend to a German stuntman called Mike Möller, who actually is the co-producer, fight choreographer. So I got his phone number and I called him up, and so we started talking, and I said, look, next time I'm in Germany, how about we meet for a coffee, for a drink? So I'm in Germany on a bike tour with my father-in-law, with my wife, and I tell him, look, that day we're going to spend the night there and there, just come and join us for dinner.
Okay.
So Mike shows up. My father-in-law, me being German, being bikers, we had a beer and we had another beer, and Mike told me about this other project that he had in mind, which is called 1 Million Clicks. I'm not sure if you heard about it.
Yep.
And he showed me the script and the treatment, and I really liked it. And again, the same thing. Mike was so passionate about it that throughout the process of the evening, it got a little bit funny. And at the end of the day, I told him, you know what? How about tomorrow you send me your bank account information, I wire you the money, and you make your movie, okay?
Wow. Excellent.
So the other day he called me, and people who know Mike, as I said, he's such a humble guy, and he was a little bit shy, and he was like, so do you remember last night? I'm like, hey, Mike, of course I do, yeah. Even I was a little bit silly, but there's one thing that changed. I'm going to wire you half of the money. Then you will let me know when you shoot. I will come, I will have a look, and then if I like what I see, you get the rest.
Yeah.
And so it came, we did this small movie called 1 Million Clicks, which is in the UK, it's in Germany on Amazon and everything. It's a solid martial arts action movie as well, it was a first testing the water. But after that, I realized how many brilliant young talents we have in Germany, because it was shot in Germany.
Yeah.
And all these people, I mean, there was not even one single guy with an attitude or something. They were just there doing their thing, having a laugh, and I was like, okay, how about now next time we do another one and we do it for real, okay?
Okay.
Doing for real was then, which ignited, okay, Ultimate Justice. The idea was there. So the script writer from 1 Million Clicks, so I called him up and I said, look, I have this idea. And he wrote the script for it, Marco Theiss. And I loved the script, and this is what I said. And we went right into it. And then we were looking for a lead. We were looking in Germany. And then Matthias Hues, who I have to tell you I love. Matthias is such a gem. Matthias Hues, I talked with him on the phone, and he's like, so who's playing your lead? I'm like, frankly speaking, we are considering options. What do you say as a producer? Right now, I don't have, what? And he was like, hey, have you thought about Mark Dacascos? And I'm like, are you kidding me? And he's like, no, seriously, you should call him up.
Okay.
So I call him up. We talk on the phone. I send him the script. And hey, everybody out there, Mark Dacascos is one of the most genuinely nice, most professional guys in the industry, in front and behind the camera.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I just love him. I mean, so we agreed, and suddenly, we are prepping, and suddenly, yes, there is Mark, and he's on set, and the energy that he brought in, it's basically how you say that you can't pay in money, it's just, it's either there or it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so this is how it progressed, and it was, Chris, let me tell you again, and this is me, it was not a strategic thing, it was not something, then we did meetings and PowerPoint presentations, and it was just something where I was like, guys, you are so talented, and I love what you're doing, and I want to give you another, let's say, opportunity.
Yeah.
Look, our director, Martin Christopher Bode, my goodness, it was his first full-length feature, Ultimate Justice,
Wow, cool.
And I met with several directors, but what impressed me was Martin came in, and obviously he had the script, but he had, and I have never seen that before, he had analyzed the script and visualized the different, different storylines, It was a huge thing, and then he explained me, and then he was like, look, can I give you some suggestions? I would maybe do this, and I would change here and there.
Yeah.
And he was prepared in a scientific, professional way that I was like, yeah, he's my guy. And I gave him the opportunity. It paid off. Yeah. Amazing guy. Our DOP basically was his first full-length feature.
Wow.
But yes, and Chris, people tell me that was a very bold move, and that was combined with naive, that was very risky.
Mm-hmm.
But how to say, maybe one of my strong points is that I have a good sense for people, and I felt that this team that I put together, I felt this is going to work, and I was confident,
Yeah.
And so, long story short, this is how I came to produce 1 Million Clicks and Ultimate Justice, and let's see how it goes from here.
Fantastic. Again, a great story. And I think you're right as well with being able to judge people as well, because sometimes that's what it's about. Because if you think, people can be telling you, oh, don't do this, don't do it that way, don't do it that way. But if you know in your heart and your head that, these people are the right ones, like you said with Christopher, the director, and coming in and the way he presented himself, that's a good thing, because you could forget what other people say, because I hear it a lot as well. People always say, "Oh, you don't want to do things that way," but no, if I feel it's the right way to do things, you push ahead and do it, and things are a success. So I'm sure with Ultimate Justice we'll see that as well, because like I said, I'm dying to see the rest of the film shortly, because it's gripped. It has got me gripped. I mean, very much into the story with it, so that's proof that it has worked. Everything's worked together with what you've managed to bring in there.
Look, I think making a movie, you need to balance between emotions and ratio, okay? Mm-hmm. Of course, there are things you have to keep your eye on the clock. Yes, you have to keep your eye on the money. Yeah, there are decisions that are not easy. Yeah? But at the end of the day, again, it's about emotions. And when you put your team together, you have to feel it. Yes, you have to feel it. The chemistry has to be there. The vibe has to be there. And when it's there, the sky's the limit. Trust me, everything can be done. And look, again, I'm so honored to have worked with these people. I'm so grateful, and I give them so much respect. Mm-hmm. And I'm so sure all of them, they will make their way in the industry. And if I want to stop the push they need it, hey, I'm the happiest man on earth, I tell you.
Yeah. Brilliant. That is good. Great to hear. Sorry, I do apologise. I say I've got this cough, so I'm going to just stop myself.
Look, no. Hey, hello.
As we mentioned before we started recording as well, I'm very much a fan myself of German cinema. I was first introduced to it. I did my German degree in '94 to '98, showing my age. And I lived out in a lovely little town called Svernitz, which is between Chemnitz and Chemnitz and Auer, near Dresden, in the Erzgebirge. So I'm not sure if you're familiar with that area, but
yeah, okay. Very familiar. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful.
It is a gorgeous place, and obviously, when I've never seen German cinema before then. I did a course and introduced to the likes of some of the the greats: Fritz Lang, Werner Herzog, Fassbender, Leni Riefenstahl, and Fritz Lang's Metropolis is one of my all-time favourite films, I have to say, because it's just, and I think it's perfect. Moving through the years, I think it's never lost its importance and it's never lost its meaning, and very much so today in today's society.
It's a milestone in movie industry, in movie making. It is a milestone. It was a milestone. It's a must know in the industry.
Yeah, definitely. It's a cracking film. When I lived in Germany, then I went to the cinema and went to see out. So then I was introduced to the likes of Til Schweiger, the German, as you know, obviously do know, the action film star. For everyone who's not listening, is he one of Germany's top actors now, or he used to be, and he was at the time, wasn't he? I think he's
Til Schweiger.
Yeah,
Til Schweiger is brilliant. He is, from my point of view, one of the number ones in the German film industry. He's a heavyweight, and the thing about him as well is that he understands the trade. Look, Chris, it's called movie business. People tend to forget about the second word of it. Til Schweiger has understood what it means, okay, and look at all his movies; they are hugely successful. Although, and I hope he's not going to kill me, the thing is, his biggest successes, and this is something that is a little bit makes me sad about German movies. German movies right now mostly define themselves through comedy.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I love the comedies. Matthias Schweighöfer. Okay. Moritz bleibt treu. These guys are amazing, and it's like you watch these movies and you're in awe,
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but look, hey, we have one of the best car stunt companies in the world, Action Concept in Cologne. Yeah. Everybody in Europe knows Cobra 11. We have, one of the best film schools, the Filmakademie in Ludwigsburg.
Yeah.
We have Berlin-Babelsberg, we have Bavaria and Munich. We have everything there. We have locations from waterfronts in the north to mountains in the south. We have forests, we have rivers, we have cities, modern cities. But for whatever reason, we are having a hard time producing hardcore action movies. Although big Hollywood productions come to Germany to shoot action, Jason Bourne, James Bond movies, stuff like that. And maybe that's another thing that keeps me going and motivates me and pushing me, that I'm like, I want to show what can be done in genre, in martial arts action genre in Germany, okay? And yes, people, they were surprised. What, you shot that in Germany? Yes. And where in Berlin? No. I shot it in Göppingen.
Okay.
It's a 70,000 people town where I grew up, and it's a lot of Ultimate Justice was thinking outside the box. And what you just said, people tell you, no, you can't do that. Of course I can. And I did, guys. Sorry. Obviously I did.
Yeah.
So again, I love German movies. We have a huge, tremendous pool of talent behind the camera, in front of the camera. We have all the locations. We have the technical expertise. Yeah, for example, in Bavaria Studios Munich, okay, is one of the biggest sound stages in Europe. Yeah. the special effects created by Germans, are among top in the world. Think of a company called Pixelmondo. Directors, I mean, Roland Emmerich, who is one of my all-time favorite heroes in life. I said, everything is there. Guys, let's use it. Let's use it the right way. With my very, very limited resources, me with my still greenhorn status in the movie industry, I think I tried to show what could be done, and we did very solid action. We did 90-minute entertainment where you will be with your buddies, you will have a couple of beers, and you will have chips, and you will watch it, and you will be, oh yeah, damn, come on, let's go training. Huh?
Yeah. Excellent. It is so lovely to hear this passion coming through, and like I say, especially if it's for the German cinema. And you are right. I think I've not seen a lot of the recent German cinema. That's why I still like some of the, I call them Til Schweiger's classics, Knocking on Heaven's Door and Adrenaline. The action ones from the 90s were just they were just so brilliant. Knocking on Heaven's Door is just such a tragic film. I actually asked Till to come on my show last year, and he keeps saying he's busy, but he did send me a little autograph through the post, so I was quite happy.
Wow. Yeah.
But yeah, he's very nice, a very great guy. And would you like to bring more German cinema and more German actors to the audiences, worldwide audiences, like you're doing with Ultimate Justice? I think so. After what you've just said, I definitely think so.
Look, definitely. I mean, that is the plan. I mean, look, we know I am based in China since 14 years now. And when I talk to people, everybody is like, wow, you know China so well, you speak Chinese a little bit, huh? Filming in China is so cheap, why you don't do it in China? And I'm like, why I don't do it in Germany? Huh? To be honest, in a perfect world, okay, my mission and vision would be to push German genre, okay? Action is one, martial arts action, the subgenre. Sci-fi, something we could do very well. We have a couple of, what I've seen, we have a couple of very good horror guys in Germany. And to me, and now comes back, and this is, I hope I'm not getting too political, and I hope nobody after that show will send me death threats. When I say, guys, we spend so much effort in Germany educating, as I said, Ludwigsburg Film Academy and all the other schools we have. Brilliant. We spend so much time building up these talents, and then we lose them. We lose them to the US, okay? Yeah. We lose them to Asia, okay? Why not keep them with us? And I'm pretty sure a lot of them would be happy to work in Germany. And never forget, we have a couple of very good TV shows. I mean, we have these cop shows called Soko. They're very good. They're very good. There's good content, but we could do so much more. I mean, right now it's all TV. We could do so much more. And if I could be a part in it, or if I could be the one pushing it and showing it, or playing my part in it, as I said, that would make me very happy. Because even I live in China 14 years. Let me tell you one thing. My purpose in China was building up companies for German companies. Okay. So in a way, it's I really love my home country. I love Germany, and I'm it's the patriotic gene in me, where I say, guys, let's do something in Germany for the German talents, for the German audience, and let's keep them. Let's not lose them. Keep them. Guys, hello? Do you hear me?
I do. No, I totally hear you on that one as well. And I agree. There is so much talent that is in, that is German born, and they, like you say, you lose them to America. I mean, you've got Michael Fassbender, and people, he's, so but they go to Hollywood. The UK went through a series like that as well, but now it's, for the last few years it's been bringing very much back. and well, last 10 years or so. So the UK is really booming in the film industry, and I would love to see it in Germany. I really would, because like I've said before, I really hold a place in my heart for Germany from when I lived out there. It's the most beautiful country, and you have got the locations out there. You've got the dated medieval history. You've got the castles, and it's the beautiful villages, and you can really, and there's definitely a mix between old and new in some places. So there's a perfect locations for decent action movies. And horrors, because I've been in a few of those big forests, but they're very scary.
And talking about crew, people see, of course, who was in front of the camera.
Yeah.
But and this is something, and this is, look, we are Germans, and we are used to work hard. We are used to go the extra mile, and we are used to stick to schedules, Which, again, from a production side of view, this is very, very beneficial. And if you tell a German actor, hey, 7 o'clock on set, please, 7:15 makeup, and 7:30 wardrobe, and 8 we start, he will be there 6:59, Yeah. And then 7:10 he will ask if he has time for a cigarette, and you will tell, no, go to makeup now. And it's the same with the crew. This is at least how I experienced it, When we said, guys, 8 o'clock we start shooting, boom, 8 o'clock we camera was rolling. And now look, it's an asset. It's an asset. The work attitude that we have, that is within us, it's a huge asset. I've been on sets in other countries, okay, and I don't want to say they don't have the same work ethic. It's just different, okay, and it's like 8 o'clock, 8:10, so what? It's 10 minutes. 8:15, so what? As I said, please, Chris, I'm here, and you see my emotions, and you see that, and it's just, as I said, I just want to do it, and I just want to pursue that, and I just want to make Germany the number one action martial arts genre action location in the world. This is. Hey, I'm on a mission here.
Excellent. I'm going to ask a bit more about your inspirations for martial arts then, because obviously you are very passionate about the martial arts area. Do you study them yourself? I mean, if you've been in China for 14 years, that's a perfect place to.
Yeah, it's I have this what I call this little martial arts career. I started at a young age with judo, then I went to jiu-jitsu. Did some taekwondo, ended up in kickboxing, and then finally I ended up in Wing Chun.
Okay.
And I learned Wing Chun from one of the guys who's actually in Ultimate Justice, Henry Müller. Okay. He's playing the cop, Henry. And Henry is instructor of the German Special Forces.
Oh, right, okay.
Yep. And I mean, he's hardcore, and he understands how you call that, the mix, the fusion between traditional Chinese martial arts and real-time application because of his police background.
Yeah.
And he's such a great, nice guy, such a real fighter. Okay. So I studied Wing Chun with him. And that actually was the reason I went to Hong Kong in the first place, to meet Great Grandmaster Leung Ting in Hong Kong.
Excellent.
Who was a Kung Fu brother of Bruce Lee. And Leung Ting was the last closed-door student of Ip Man,
wow, yeah.
Which many people don't know. And I went to Hong Kong to meet him, and the same here. I mean, he's the great grandmaster, and he's still such a nice guy. Of course, you treat him with respect and everything.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He has an amazing sense of humor. And he has, from my point of view, one of the widest knowledges of martial arts in general. You can talk with him for hours of the history of Kung Fu and Tai Chi and everything. He's a great singer. Because this is as well part of martial arts in your development at one point, that you go more into philosophy. He he's a great calligraphist. And yeah, so this is my martial arts background. I actually then trained in Hong Kong. I was in Hong Kong. I became a second degree level technician, master degree, whatever, for Wing Chun. I'm not as good as it sounds. I learned, and I love it. To me, it's the most complete system. Yeah, and as I said, I love Wing Chun. I love working with weapons, knives. I'm not sure. No, I almost spoiler here. Okay, I love working with weapons. Yeah, coming back when I fought Jet Li, I'm using a 4-meter lance. So that is my background. Yes.
Brilliant. I can't believe you fought Jet Li. That's absolutely amazing. And you're just saying it so casually, just dropped it in twice there now in this conversation, and I'm just sitting here thinking, wow.
No, I mean, Jet Li, it's, as I said, it's in the movie Fearless with him. And Jet, wow, Jet, same as Mark Dacascos. Jet is such a pro. He's such a nice guy. It's amazing what he can do. And it's just, you go on set, you grow up with his movies, and you go on set, and there he is. Yeah. And you're like, and he's just like, oh, hey, good to see you, and hey, thank you very much for being here and being part of it. And you're like, hello. He's amazing. Yeah, Jet. And these are the real heroes in the movie industry. Yeah, Jet Li, Mark Dacascos, Matthias Hues. Hey, another German we lost to Hollywood. Yeah, because they never have any attitude. Okay, they respect you, and they know as well. Hey, it's a team effort. Everybody contributes as best as he can. Yeah. Yeah. And when we're in front of camera, we're all the same. Yeah. We all do to best of our abilities to make a great piece of entertainment for our audience, for the audience.
Fantastic. And it's nice to hear that Jet Li is such a nice guy as well, and because the characters you see him, he just kicks ass, basically. So it's great to hear that people like that are just genuinely really nice and welcoming to those others on set and warm.
Yeah. No, it's as I said, it's great, and it has been. I'm so grateful for these experiences that I had, and now you could go to even another level that you say, I had these experiences in my life, and I'm grateful for them, because these are things nobody can ever take away from you. Yeah. And maybe going into production is giving back and giving these opportunities to other people to experience and to see, and creating a platform, providing opportunities for young talents, for fans, and so many of them, they work 15, 20 years, they train every day, they train hard, they wait for this one opportunity, and I would really love to give them this opportunity to be in a position sometimes like me, where you're like, wow, hey, I have these memories, I think back at the time, I can smile, still, and it still gives me chills, it's.
Well, no, it's a tremendous memory to have. Like you say, not many do, and it's a lovely ethos for you to be able to have that you'd like to pass. It's like paying it forward. You've done what you've done it yourself, and now you're in a position where you can pay it forward to other people who would and give them a chance to have the experiences too. That's very generous.
Look, this is
Chris,
this is. In many areas, my life was not easy, But in many areas, I'm very blessed. I have the most beautiful, most lovable, most supporting wife in the world. My wife Isabel. I have 2 lovely children. The pride and joy. I'm very proud of them. I have a son and a girl. As I said, I'm blessed in so many areas, you know. And when you are in a position like that, shouldn't it be for everybody a no-brainer that you share some of this? Shouldn't it be normal? Shouldn't I don't know. This is how I feel it, you know, and this is how I think it should be.
Yeah, no, that's definitely how it should be, and how more of us should live. I think like that, and it is a nice ethos to have. I think sadly that's not what a lot of people do think, and a lot of they don't have that same way of thinking. So it's very nice to see, and experience the passion that obviously I can see, like we've been chatting for 45 minutes nearly that, and I can see,
already.
I know, yeah. It doesn't seem like it, does it? I've just checked the clock. I was like, whoa. But you can see the passion exuding from you, and it's lovely to I'm feeding off that and feeding off the energy that you're providing through there. So it's lovely. Moving on, that makes me to my next question, and I've got a feeling I might know who might be part of these. And it goes back to obviously talking about the German cinema and boosting that. Who would be your ideal cast and ideal director for one of your films that you would like to produce? Besides the current ones, obviously, for Ultimate Justice.
Yeah. This is really hard. Of course, there are. Let's start with on the actor side, okay. Mm-hmm. Yes, I love Til Schweiger. Okay, yeah. But there are some other guys. For example, Armin Müller-Stahl. Okay, mm-hmm. Okay, Christoph Waltz, who is not specifically German, but he is of our German, yeah. Kind of. Who is like, wow, what an actor, what a great guy.
Screen presence is unbelievable with him.
Oh, this is
so powerful.
Wow, it's really. Of course, Roland Emmerich as a director, I mean, look what he put on the screen, when you look at his history, how he started with his movies, how he, in the same way, mm-hmm. he let nothing stop him in his way, huh? But, Chris, if I have the choice, yeah, mm-hmm. working with working with a director who is very successful, who has his market, yeah, who is known in the industry, mm-hmm. and having the choice, giving a newcomer the chance, and I hope this is not going to catch up with me at one point. I would rather give the new guy a chance, because that's me, yeah, that is me. As much as I respect and admire, and of course, to me it would be more like having somebody like Roland Emmerich mentoring me or mentoring some of the new talents. Mm-hmm. That would be something for me in a production, in a corporation,
Yeah.
That I would say, like, look, how can we do that? You mentor him, you help him, you share your experience, okay? Mm-hmm. That would be great. One thing, again, talking about actors in Germany, yeah, look as well as at the many female talents we have.
Definitely.
Who I would say who are just amazing actresses that we have that I would love to work with. I mean, Veronica Ferres, I'm sure you heard.
I have, yeah.
Who to me is almost the grand dame of German movie industry. German movie. Blanca Potente, yeah, who is like, wow, yeah. I mean, especially everybody knows Lola Rent. Huh? Mm-hmm. To me, one of the milestones in German movie history. Huh? Yeah. But as well, the other movies, Anatomy, that she did, which is one of my favorites of all time. Huh? So again, okay, in a perfect world, what I would love to do is you'd have one or two main cast, young, talented, newcomers, mm-hmm. and you build around them an experienced team to build these guys up, to share, to give back. That would be the perfect world for me.
Brilliant.
having said that, of course, if I have the chance to work with any of them,
yeah, you wouldn't say no.
most likely I would not say no. Yeah. No, but I hope you understand my meaning. You know,
Oh no, definitely.
It would be easier for me to express it in German, how I feel about it. As I said, I admire these people, I respect these people, I look up to them. I'm sure I could learn so much from them. It would be a pleasure. It would be an honor. Hopefully, I will have the chance one day. But as I said, it's always create opportunities for new guys, for the talent. Give them a chance. Give them a chance to shine, show what they can do, and I'm more on that side. I'm honest with it.
No, that's again very, very good. It's like you are building the future generations well, not just in front of the camera, but behind the camera, and that's what you'd like to do, mentor and basically secure the future for the film in for your section of the film industry in as much as you can by developing everybody else. It's a very nice ethos. It's a great ethos to have, and it's one you don't hear very often. Especially I work in IT industry, and that's my main career, my main job. And until this takes off, until this I get my TV show, and but
go ahead.
That's the dream. So yeah, but you don't see that in a lot of industry where you have that that kind of a lovely working ethos of developing others to take things on. There's a lot of selfishness, and so it's very, very unique and a great thing to hear.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll kind of draw to a close in a minute, but would you be able to tell, in your own words, as the producer and being at your baby with Ultimate Justice, how would you describe? Because I'm not going to describe it. Because but please describe it up to the point where I'm at.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. How would you describe Ultimate Justice to the audience who are watching and listening now? They've probably got a big full awareness from where we've been talking about, but sort of just in your own words, what can they expect?
Look, Ultimate Justice. It's at the end of the day, it's a hardcore martial arts action movie. Okay. However, what was important to me is I wanted to show a martial arts action movie that actually has a good story to it. Okay, that actually as well tells a story. And Ultimate Justice tells a story about two friends who were partners, and they have a team of specialists. Okay. And then it's about friendship, and it's about helping each other's out, when the storyline, we know that the commander's wife is killed, the daughter is kidnapped, and so the second in command, played by Mark Dacascos, brings back the team together to go on a mission and find the daughter. Okay. It's friendship, it's loyalty, it's brotherhood. Okay. And that's basically what it is, And to me, it was important to keep everyone busy, It's not a movie where, okay, the action scene is over. Sorry, I will go and I don't know, pee or get another beer, or because the story I don't mind. I think the great thing about Ultimate Justice, you have to stick on it. You have to watch it. You have to follow it, because if you miss a minute, you might miss the whole storyline.
Yes.
And this is what, again, Martin Christopher Bode, he told the story very, very well. He picked up the idea very well. He brought in a lot of good elements. And then Alois Knaps, our DOP, he translated this into frames. He put it he caught it with the camera. Talking about the action, Mike Möller, who choreographed the fights and the action, Mike Möller is unique. He's the most complete martial arts action stunt coordinator, performer ever. To a point where I almost said he's not human. The hits that he takes, where I'm like, dude, you should wear pads, No, you will see them on camera. I'm like, okay, hello. Did that hurt? Maybe. And what as well I think is unique with Ultimate Justice and that was one of the topics and one of the directives I gave to Mike. I want to see different styles, I want to see the fighters, everybody having his unique personality in fighting. And he did very well on that. And it translates very well on screen, how he did that.
Yeah.
So in one sentence, Ultimate Justice is a hardcore martial arts action with a very clever, very interesting story that I'm sure everybody, all the martial arts martial arts action fans. Wow,
that's a tongue twister.
Will enjoy. They're in for a treat, and yes, let's see how the audience reacts, and then we'll take it from there.
Brilliant, and I can vouch for it as well. Like I say, I am about halfway through at the moment, and you're right. It's fast paced, so if you do blink or you do go and you don't pay attention, you might just miss something that's very, very key. There's a few things I've noticed already, and I'm thinking might have a significance later on, the way they've been. So I'm just like I'm watching and I'm waiting to find out, and I'm sure I will. I'll let you know.
Thank you, sir.
Once I've done. Is there anything else you're working on at the moment, or after Ultimate Justice, do you have any plans for anything else?
One of the things why I'm here at the AFM now is we actually have, but this is not quite official. This is why I did not put it on the IMDb yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm very happy to share the project that we are working, that we are in a good stages of pre-production, is a sequel to 1 Million Clicks called 2 Million Clicks. What a surprise! Which, if everything goes well, we're gonna start shooting in April or May.
Mm-hmm.
We have a very good storyline for an Ultimate Justice sequel,
Mm-hmm.
which, hello to the audience, give me your feedback if you like it, if you want to see the sequel. I mean, I can tell you, story-wise, it's even stronger. The action is going to be even more innovative.
Mm-hmm.
I can promise you that. And we as well, with, as I said, my good friend Matthias Hues, he has a brilliant script that we started talking about, which I'm very interested.
Excellent.
For this one, I cannot tell you too much at this point.
Fair enough.
But it does not come as a surprise. It's again martial arts action, and this is where we're gonna stay. We're gonna stay to what I feel we're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Working again with Mike Muller on the choreography, co-producing it. Working again with Alois, and then we'll take it from there.
Brilliant, brilliant. It is a nice genre to have because, like you say, I think a lot of martial arts movies are based, they're China-based, so you see like the likes of Jet Li, Donnie Yen, and those guys out there, and you don't see many Western ones anymore. I mean, not since I think the heyday of Van Damme and that kind of the martial arts out there. So bringing it with the German and the more Western side of things, if I can say that. To the cinema and the audience with martial arts to show that it's not, that it is a worldwide genre. And definitely American Ninja as well. That was a classic.
Oh, Michael Dudikoff.
Yeah.
Oh, Michael Dudikoff. Hello, American Ninja. I have no idea how many times I watched that movie.
I know. I used to watch it over and over as well. Before I stop the recording, is there one last thing you would like to say to those who are watching or listening?
Of course, I would like to say a big and huge applause and thank you to Chris Gordon from Hellblazer. Okay, and I'm really can say everybody, guys, stay tuned, stay in, follow Hellblazer, give it the thumbs up, and Chris, a million thanks to you. And how about that? When we have something very concrete, something I feel confident we can get it out there and talk about it. Mm-hmm. How about I drop you a line and you will be the one talk about it first?
Yeah, that'd be fantastic. I'd be very honoured.
Let's do that.
Excellent.
So, guys, stay tuned. Stay tuned for all the news, and always follow Hellblazer. Thank you so much, sir.